You get that when they get the IV in and they flush it, and you get that taste of saline in your mouth. Oh, I freaking love that. Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odom. I am J.O. Joining me, producer of the stars, Johnny Palermo. You won't hear from him, but trust me, you know his work. Man, what a week. What a freaking week it's been. Spring is here. That's exciting. We are in the month of April. You know, spring officially March 20th, but it just doesn't quite start to feel that way, especially if you're living in the Midwest. It just doesn't feel like it's spring until you start to get into April. Then you start to get a few days here and there. I mean, last week there was a couple of nice days, but then the rest were super cold and like very windy. This week it's summer, so spring was good. The couple of days that we had it, but it's here. It's wonderful. It's grilling season. Oh, I love grilling season. Oh, yeah. I love putting the meat on the grill. Not a big preparing of the meats guy. If someone else could get that, that would be awesome. But yeah, no, I'll throw it on the grill. And you know what else I'll do? I'll stand outside by the grill, drinking beers, scrolling on my phone, listening to jams. And, I'll flip it. I have been known. Funny story. This, when was this? This was like, so we used to live in this apartment, and they had, one of the community grills, out in between two buildings. And I'd go out, I'd grill some burgers, once, twice a week. And one of my best friends, he lived like in the second level that over his balcony oversaw the grill. Well, I'm like the only one that used that grill. So when he heard the grill lighting, he knew it was me out there, and he'd pop his head out, and sure enough, we'd make sure we had enough burgers for him. He'd come out. Well, one time we're out there grilling, and we were just out there drinking beers and chatting and just having a great time, and I burnt the shit out of these burgers. So we drove to the grocery store, got new burgers, came back, grilled those burgers, and then brought them up as if we had just grilled these burgers to perfection. I mean, it was incredible. But spring is here, so we're grilling, we're drinking beers. It's an awesome time. It's a great time to be a part of Laugh With Me. We have hit a new peak on the iTunes podcast charts for comedy stand-up. We have now hit number 33. Thank you. See, Johnny, that's how you do a drop. Good job. Oh, it's pretty exciting. We've hit number 33 on the iTunes charts. Thank you if you listen to us on Apple. Thank you if you listen to us on Spotify or YouTube as well. But we appreciate you. And America, we're here to laugh with you. So I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun making this show, and we ain't stopping. Not today. But thank you again. Number 33 on the iTunes charts. We've got, we're getting to the tail end of season 1. And I wish I could tell you everything we have coming up for season 2. I can't. It's against the rules. I mean, you guys understand how promotions work, right? You're supposed to just tease a little bit. Just the tip. And I can't give you everything, because then you might decide before you even listen in season 2 or watch in season 2. And that's just not how promotions work. But season 2, we've got a lot coming at you. But before we get there, we still have some season 1 to come. George Zilla, stand-up comedian from Omaha, Nebraska. He's going to be joining the show in the coming weeks. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. Yeah, and we have some more, a few returning guests that you've probably have heard if you've been following along here on Laugh With Me. It's episode 30 of Laugh With Me. Thanks, Johnny. That's actually not the appropriate drop for there, but that's okay. We'll be right back. I felt like to this week, man, it was going to be a really good week for a little story time. I was telling you in the intro, it's been a heck of a week. This is like really unrelated to the podcast, but personally, it's been a heck of a week. Yeah, so I've had, since our last episode, I've had 2 hospital visits. Now, you might be thinking, Jeremy, are you dying? Well, I mean, aren't we all? I mean, let's be real. Aren't we all? But no, I'm not. But I am, dealing with stuff, as we all are. And my dealings have to do with the repercussions of the Crohn's disease. And something that comes along with that is some iron deficiencies. And sometimes that iron deficiency, boy, does it get me down. It brings me down. I'm super tired all the time. I don't feel well. The headaches, when I say I'm tired, it's not like, oh, shoot, I should go to bed early tonight. No, it's like I peak when I wake up, and that peak runs pretty dry by 9 a.m., and then I could sleep the rest of the day and be perfectly content. So, getting through the day is a struggle. But you know what? When I have iron in me, when I crank that up to a 12, and then I feel semi-human again. So what I had to do was, go see the doctor, and they test the blood, and they're like, oh, shit, what the hell are you doing? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm living my life. And then they're like, all right, we're going to get you in, get you some iron. And I'm like, cool, let's do it anytime. And that's on like a Wednesday, and they're like, I call, and I'm like, all right, we got to go. And they're like, yeah, you're really bad. And I'm like, okay, let's go. When can you get me in? Like this afternoon? They're like, no, next Thursday. So can you come in like 8 days? Yeah, doctor's got jokes. So I wait. I was asked. People would ask me, so what do you do? Like, now what? I go, nothing. I just try to live till I get to the iron, and then that takes a while to absorb in my body. But anyway, I get there, right? It's a Thursday. I get in. I don't know why it is. I hydrate, okay? I don't know if it's because I don't like needles, so my body tenses up and my veins want to hide. I'm sure there's truth to that. I have been told that that's a thing. I don't know. But it's very difficult for nurses to find veins or to properly put the needle in for my vein for the IV. It's quite the struggle sometimes. I mean, sometimes I'll get poked like 4, 5, 6 times. I've had it where they've been in my right arm and they're like, all right, we got you. It's perfect. Just perfect. We finally did it. And I'm like, awesome. It hurts, but okay, that's all right. We did it. And then they'll start cranking the stuff in, and then and I'm like, this hurts. And they're like, no, we got it. We got it. We're not doing it again. And I'm like, I trust you. You're the medical professional, but I'm telling you, it hurts. Next thing you know, I'm like, like when Popeye eats the spinach and his biceps explode? Yeah, that's my arm. It's like 5 sizes too big. And it's not too big. I mean, I think if I worked out, I could probably work into that. But for within seconds to be that big, that's just not how it works. So let's just say I've had some struggles with that. So on Thursday, it takes 2 nurses. They finally get it on the top of my left hand. There was like a big old vein popping. They had me do this thing where I dangled my arm and squeezed my fist, and it worked. That vein was popping. They get that in there. Yeah, I get the iron. A couple hours later, I'm all done. I went and had some lunch. I had Long John Silver's. People ask, who keeps Long John Silver's in business? It's me after I get the iron. I haven't had it in years. But I did have it right after I got the iron. So I guess the answer to that question is me. So then I get a second treatment of iron. So 5 days later, right? So then today. So I get to go in this morning, get the second dose. I'm telling you what, when I walked in there this morning, I was feeling pretty good. Like, I felt like I think the iron is finally starting to, like, work in me. Like, everything is starting to gel. Like, I think we're on the right path to success. I may feel good for a month, maybe. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. I'm being positive. So it's funny because I go in, I'm checking in, then I have to meet with the lady at the desk. You know, they ask you all the questions, which this time was interesting. I'd just been there, right, 5 days ago, and you know, any changes with your insurance, blah blah blah, all the stuff, asking my name and birthday, I give all that, and then this question I've never been asked, so my brain instantly had a different answer than normal. I've never been asked if within the last 5 days, because, you know, I was just there, have my demographics changed? And that one caught me for a loop. Normally, it's just automatic. I answer everything. Boom, boom, boom. Have your demographics changed in the last 5 days? And I was like, yeah, actually, I'm Latino now. Thanks, Johnny. And she stared at me. I said, I'm joking, obviously. No, nothing's changed. And then she rushed me out of there. I don't know. That set the tone. I can tell you that much right now. But I learned the trick thing with for my vein with my arm, so I did that right away, going in to get the iron. So one shot, one needle. That's all it took this time. You know, felt awesome. You get that when they get the IV in and they flush it, and you get that taste of saline in your mouth. Oh, I freaking love that. I don't know if that's if anyone can relate to that. I freaking love it. Love that. I love it when at the end sometimes they'll flush it again and I'll get that taste. I got gypped this time. There was no second flush. I really wanted that second flush. I think I start requesting it or something because I did get it last Thursday. I get that shot of the saline. I can taste it. I just don't know if it's just because to me it's cool that she shoots it into my arm and I can taste it. It's cool. I like it. I'll take it daily if I could. So the iron goes in. Normally, it's not a big deal. It goes in. I can't feel anything. Not that I'm numb. It's just there's no change as it's drip, dripping in. But this time, man, I was pretty uncomfortable through the whole thing. My entire midsection. Well, I guess I take that back. When I left last Thursday, it was like my whole insides were on fire when I left. And that fire burning's usually on the dance floor, but not today. Like it was like my inside. So then that wore off, ate the Long John Silver. So again, this happened right after, so it had nothing to do with the Long John Silvers. And then today, really uncomfortable through the whole thing. My back was starting to hurt a little bit. Just very uncomfortable. It had nothing to do with the recliners either. And then, then it was over. And then I'm super tired again. It's like, what the hell? I was feeling pretty good walking in there. And I just don't know if my demographics joke was that, like, inappropriate that they gave me the special stuff. I don't know. But it was quite the deal. But hopefully I'm on the up and up. The iron deficiency hopefully has been resolved for, I don't know, another month or two. It's really not that frequent, but hopefully I can at least feel semi-normal. I don't know if I'm giving out too much medical information right now. Like, am I violating OSHA law right now? Like, I don't know if that's what I'm doing, but I don't know. But that's been my week. It's been a heck of a ride. But then, and then working through there. So, when I'm iron deficient, I'm tired, right? And I just want to throw out there, and if you're a fan of the show, you listen to the show, or maybe you hate listen. Maybe you're not even a fan, but you do listen weekly. Just more of a hate listen. Actually, more respect to you if you do that. But I work with people, face to face all day long, and there's people yawning because I'm working at like 4 a.m. People yawning in my face, and the very fact that I'm not yawning, that I'm that strong, that I'm built that different, honestly, more credit to me for that. On this week's episode, we're talking about iron deficiencies. We're talking about Crohn's disease. If you've ever thought to yourself, you know what? There's some people out there that I know that they struggle with Crohn's or colitis disease on a daily basis. How can I help? Here's how you can help. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of Iowa and Nebraska is hosting their annual Omaha Take Steps walk, and of course, fundraiser to help folks help find a cure for the disease for folks that are living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. I'll tell you what, anybody who is living with this, or anybody who is living with somebody who's living with this, knows the kind of toll it can take on your body. And it's not easy, and in fact, a lot of times it can be very lonely. So any way that you can help, go show your support. This walk is Saturday, June 15th at 9 a.m., taking place at Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. You can find the Omaha Take Steps walk at the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation's Facebook page. And we're going to get a team together, the Laugh With Me team, so that you can help support the cause, or just show up and get some exercise and get a walk on a Saturday morning in June. But Omaha Take Steps Crohn's and Colitis Foundation walk is happening Saturday, June 15th at 9 a.m. at Werner Park. One of the things I love about social media, outside of watching other people's problems, because sometimes people just share too much, Lavetti, and that's where that part can be entertaining. But one of the things I do love the most is somebody just randomly posting one picture of something old that you can that you remember, from your childhood. One of the things I saw today, it was a 20-ounce pop bottle cap. On the inside they had the games, the contests. It would say please play again if you lost, but if you won, it'd say buy a Dew or Pepsi 20-ounce, get one free, or sometimes you just get a free one. Why are we still doing that? You can't tell me it costs so much to be doing these BOGO 20-ounce pop deals, or so much to print on the inside of these caps that we can't be running these promos. You can't tell me that didn't boost sales. I know for a fact I was drinking Mountain Dew and Pepsi because of the contest. Because when the contest ran dry, it's not that I didn't drink those anymore. It's just I started to drink other different flavors and pops along the way as well. But when you had the contest going, I'm loyal to the cause. Okay? I am loyal. I am buying up. I want to win. That's the thing. We all want to win. And we're all loyal to business, to activities that give us the opportunity to win. Think about scratch tickets. That's one of the things. I haven't noticed this as much, except for now, I'm working at a gas station, so I see the sheer amount of people buying scratch tickets. I'll tell you what, that Trucks and Bucks promotion they're running, it's back now. You can get your Trucks and Bucks $2 ticket. You had a chance of winning a truck. I'll tell you what, people are loyal to that. They know folks are winning trucks. Hey, you know what? People are winning a lot of money out of those things, too. I must have cashed a whole bunch of them. $5, $4 here, $2, free tickets. Seems like every single one you're winning something. That's how it felt drinking that pop. It just blows my mind. You have gold here. It's like McDonald's with the Monopoly game. And I know I've watched the documentary on the scams that people were running, but you got to outthink that. You got to evolve with it and figure out new ways to play the game and not get scammed by folks. But some of these promos are just genius. And it's as simple as putting some printing inside of a bottle cap that says, buy Dew or Pepsi, get one free. All day, man. All day. I'm a very loyal Monster drinker. I drink the white can with the zero sugar. And I'll tell you what. I'm tell you that right now. That if Pepsi and Mountain Dew, brought back this promo, I would consider, gaining 5 more pounds just to play the game for a while, because it was fun, and you just never know. You thought you could win, and then the thrill of winning, that's the beauty of it. And now with, sports betting become legal in a lot of states, I mean, just think, you think people won't take that thrill that they're getting in gambling and go to the convenience store and buy the pop and get to feel the juice again? I think I have a problem. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odom. Again, my name is Jeremy. You can find us on Twitter, X, at Laugh With Me Pod, or at Jo from Nebraska. You can find us on Instagram at Laugh With Me Podcast. Find us on the TikTok at JeremyO0. And, of course, you can find us on YouTube, the Laugh With Me Podcast Season 2. We're going to be launching on YouTube with more video. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow, and we'll talk to you next week.